Hello and welcome back to more Persona 5 Royal, where last time I probably went on more tangents from my middle school and high school days than any other episode until this point. Also, we had some exams, and I did not think that we were going to have to actually take those exams. I thought they'd be automatic. Boy, was I wrong. I think we did okay. I guess we'll find out in about a few weeks when the teachers finally get around to grading them, because it takes them forever to grade things. But, it's whatever. So today, we're going to go to bed and see what tomorrow brings us, and hopefully, we won't have any creepy nightmare sequences from Wacko, Despicable Me, Gruland, wherever. Okay, I think we're good. We're in the clear. When the calendar shows up, you know it's a sign that you have made it through the night with no nightmares whatsoever.
I'm so sleepy.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Take my advice. All-nighters, especially many all-nighters consecutively, editing a series about a really crappy TV show, not good for your health.
Staying up studying?
Just all-nighters in general, really.
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
Of course, if you aren't going to be productive with your all-nighter, then you've bungled up. You've messed up twice in a row, and that you've destroyed your health. Not even for something that was productive. Congratulations, my dude. Yeah, you are failing for sure.
It'll be fine. Nobody's expecting anything of me, so I don't gotta worry about grades.
Don't know that should be your motivation for, I mean, wanting to make certain people proud of you, and like wanting them to be proud of you is understandable. But I don't know that should be your main motivation for wanting to do well. Gotta be honest, I feel like there's some more important factors at play here.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
Why would you say that, what's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not.
That was also not what my mind immediately jumped to. My mind jumped to, she heard a strange noise, or she heard a voice she recognized, or something. Not either of what you two just suggested.
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Huh?
Hello there. This is called being caught red-handed.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
No. No. All is not well that ends well. Wait, what?
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you.
Okay, we gotta rewind a little bit. Okay, so, first things first, Ryuji and Joker both stepped in front of her because they presumably would have seen him creepily reach his hand out to try to touch her, meaning that Ryuji should probably know, something hinky's going on with this guy, because if he just wanted to talk to her, he probably would have just said, hey, can I talk to you for a second? Or, hey, how's it going? He wouldn't have reached his hand out like Pennywise from the sewer, reaching towards on like some kind of creeper. Like, really, Ryuji? Also, pro tip, maybe if you want to be a creepy psychopath or a creepy stalker, I guess is the better term, maybe don't have a key ring on you that announces your presence to the world. It seems kind of counterintuitive to what you're trying to do. I mean, it helps us, it helps the whole world if you keep that there, because now we always know when you're coming, so we know to get out of the way if ever you try to do anything funny. But you are not making very smart choices here, buddy. Also, the guy in the car, this guy ran out of the car, chased her down the subway, followed her on the train, and then got off her train and came and caught up with her here. And the guy using the car was like, two young lovers. How lovely to see your passion led you to a nice place. No! That's weird! This is weird!
I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Oh, is it that good of a thing?
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute.
be the model for my next art piece?
Okay. So, there are significantly less creepy ways. Actually, no. Let's say there's a million ways you could have requested someone to be a model for your art piece. The way you've chosen here, let's say the bottom 100. It's in the bottom 100. I'm not going to say it's the worst way you could have done it, but we're talking like bottom, out of a million choices, we're talking bottom 100. That's pretty bad. That's really bad, the way you've gone about doing this, my dude.
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
Still creepy.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
I'm sorry, if I were her, I'd still run the other way. I still, after the way you acted, this feels like some hardcore course correction, post-hoc rationalization after you got caught red-handed after the way you acted.
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place.
Oh, are you now?
I'm striving to become an artist.
Alright, well let me give you some pro tips. Step 1, don't stalk people down the subway. It's a great pro tip, just in life, really.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Methinks we found our next target.
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by.
No thanks.
Give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Pretty impressive considering that there's nothing noteworthy or memorable about his face whatsoever. It's a pretty standard face.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
Something tells me we're about to find out.
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
The fact that no is not an option is concerning.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Alright, we got another scumbag to deal with, I see. Seems like some of those were kind of tough. Well, too bad, you should have gotten a decent score, right? I guess we'll find out. Eventually, at some point in the future. Final with exams. Are you, excuse me, gonna go in for counseling? No. I saw the volleyball guys getting called in. I got that question wrong. I know, right? I feel like I have to protect that teacher. What? I would hope that by protect the teacher, you're not referring to Kamoshida, because he's not a man that needs protection right now.
It's over.
I could have phrased that question better, I understand that.
How about you?
I'm feeling confident, I guess. Hey, I'm being honest.
Stop talking about the exams. Like it or not.
You brought it up. Next week, fastest graders on the planet, apparently.
Focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
Yeah, we still have some money left over. Meaning, I barely had any money left over after I made the exchange with the creepy gunman and almost got myself caught up into a wild conspiracy as a result of it. But I was the one who still ended up emptying my bank account to pay for that stupid lunch. So, you two have plenty of money. I got barely, well, I mean, I have something now, but then, I had nothing.
You don't have that much left.
Yeah, trust me, I was aware.
Oh, right. There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets.
I'm sorry, red flags are going off constantly.
Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Like, I get that it's easy to say that now that we know he's connected to Madarame, who we know is going to be the next big bad of the game. But my red flags started going off even before we knew that he was connected to him.
Madarame, was it?
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
I'd rather not, honestly.
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A fancy
Does it?
thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Does it, though?
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then.
It's gonna be boring. Well, I mean, honestly, I think we should hope for it to be boring, because to not be boring would imply that something bad might happen. Because there's nothing fun would happen at a fine arts display, that's for damn sure.
It's decided then. We're going. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow we guys go to that exhibit with Lady On. I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. Of course. We can't afford to be late tomorrow. We better not go out right now. Alright, guess we're stuck here. Well, in that case, we're stuck here. We may as well watch watch that DVD we rented. I keep thinking about what he said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? Sounds about, obviously. Seconded. Great, that name really stood out to me. I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa is studying under a corrupt teacher. You mean a teacher who treats people like tools? We've dealt with one of those recently. His life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Let's see what happens, but first, not the sofa. I didn't want to sit on the damn sofa. I wanted to go to watch TV. There we go. Let's watch Bubbly Hills. Cause why not?
You think I go out with her? What do I look like?
What? You liar. You told me you loved me just last night.
It's a show about young adults set in the ritzy upscale neighborhood of Bubbly Hills. Whoa, is this what high schoolers are like overseas? Don't get any ideas, alright?
Hey.
I really felt their desperate need to be loved by someone. Maybe you learned a thing or two about charm by watching this drama. The fact that my personality traits are improved by watching TV is just... It's great. I literally do nothing and I get rewarded for it. It's the best. Starting to get late. Let's head to bed soon, okay? Alrighty. No nightmare sequence. No nightmare sequence. No nightmare sequence. Alright, we're in the clear. We're in the clear again. Whew. We survived yet another round of no creepy nightmare sequences. What is this line for? Oh, that exhibition must be opening today. It's really packed. Want to come back another time? I want it, but it's so pricey I should just take it alone. I want to see it. Let's go together sometime. Gotta be honest, the dark and gloomy atmosphere does not bode well for what's gonna happen at this art exhibit. Things are not looking up, I must admit.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
Trust me, in this world, people are blind as a bat. No one has noticed the cat, no one will notice the cat. Ever.
Came.
Yeah.
You really came.
We were hoping not to.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
What a kind man.
Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw too.
Not make yourselves at home or enjoy your stay. It's instead make sure you don't piss anyone else off. I'm sure you said that to all the other visitors too, right? Oh, what, you didn't? Oh, I'm shocked.
Well, see you guys later.
I don't trust that.
Be all right? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
I don't trust that at all.
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
We're not leaving here. The three of us are leaving here together. What about Monorama? Let's look around. Let's just learn about Monorama, I guess.
I guess we should do a quick pass through it once.
I don't want to leave unless all three of us are walking out of here in one piece. No one gets left behind. Especially given how he acted at that's outside the subway. No, not trusting this.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Oh my god, okay. That was just a random stampede of people just teleported into the scene.
There's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed.
They literally just summoned themselves out of thin air all of a sudden. There was no one, and then there was everyone.
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei.
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction.
Is it? Are you sure about that? What if I sense nothing but unbridled hatred? Is that enough to give you satisfaction?
I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
I don't know that I agree with that. I don't think artists are intrinsically hard, people that are hard to approach. That doesn't seem to track at all.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it.
In fact, now that I think about it, some of the most open and friendly people I've met have been artistically inclined people. Just in my experience, anyway.
To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. Thanks to that, I remember now.
Remember what?
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
I wasn't my choice.
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd. Anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
So he's abusive in how he forces them to create, and then he steals the creations for himself.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
I'm more suspicious of the guy that creepily reached his hand out to An than I am of Madarame. But I am inclined to believe that Madarame is doing some shady stuff. So, he does seem suspicious.
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but is it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info and the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Try to get some information out, I guess. In any case, we need to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true, and if it is, this might just be exactly what we needed.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is... Oh my god, you and your home shopping program, I swear to god. Yeah, so the game seems to want me to be like, no, the guy you thought was the creep is actually kind of cool. But the guy that came to pick him up, he's actually the really not cool one. Which I'm willing to believe that Madarame is doing the big bad. But I'm not just going to forget how creepy and stalker-ish the guy that reached his hand out to An was. Like, I'm not just going to forget that. I mean, yes, that's not going to leave my mind that easily. Alright, a new day. Our approval rating is slowly going up and slowly going to... Oh, great. My favorite. My favorite. I can't wait. Great. Thanks to the school, I can even talk to you outside of counseling now. Oh, joy. More pain. I want to talk a little about how mental health and perception can affect you. Oh, I can't wait to hear this one. Don't worry, I don't want to stress you out or anything. Just relax and listen. How much do you guys know about the emotional mind? See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. It's proof it can even heal you depending on your outlook. So, that's called a placebo. What do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is not to improve? That's called a placebo. Yeah, okay, that's called placebo. Yeah, the placebo effect.
This is it. That's right.
That's correct. Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties. But even if the medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better. On the other hand, if you don't trust the medicine to begin with, it might make you feel even worse. Call that a nocebo. Did you get that question? I wasn't even close. Maybe I should ask if I can borrow his... Oh, there it is. It's always one of them. It's always either something like, he's super smart, or did he really get that? Or maybe I should ask if I borrow his notes. It's always one of the three.
Nice go.
You must be really smart to... and then, of course, the obligatory, you must be really smart to answer a question like that. Even though for as clever as this guy thinks he is, it's really talking basic stuff here. It's just one example, but my point is that our minds and bodies are more connected than we think. So it's important to... Yeah, your brain's literally attached to the rest of your body, and the only reason you're able to move your limbs at all is because of your brain. But, you know, believe it or not, you actually don't think that your mind and body are all that connected. Trust me, I'm the enlightened one. I'm the one who actually knows that your mind and body are really connected, despite that being basic science that anybody knows who knows anything about basic anatomy knows. But you keep thinking you're a bright one there, Maruki. You keep telling yourself that. My job to help with that, so come by the nurse office whenever you feel down. No, thank you. The mind affects the body, huh? Think I'll change back into a human if I just believe in it hard enough? I'm still not convinced you're actually a human. You've shown me no evidence of that to support that. You've shown me none. The Madarame exhibit is great, you gotta go see it. I've been feeling pretty down lately, maybe I should go to counseling. I never knew that art could be so explosive. Have you been to counseling yet? The Madarame exhibit, eh? When is it until? Alrighty then.
Phantom thieves going by train. This ain't any different from how I get home from school, you know.
Well, what did you expect? Did you expect for the cat to turn into another magical moving vehicle again? To turn into lightning Morguine?
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
Hey, who are you calling a pet?
You're a cat that I'm responsible for taking care of. What? How do you... Ugh.
Dude, be quiet. We didn't pay the pet fare.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
And yet, without us, you wouldn't be able to get around anywhere.
Oh, kitty! Shoot. Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meowing.
Alright, never mind, I take it back. Remember at the beginning of the episode when I said no one will ever see the cat? I take it back, someone finally saw the cat.
What's a creature? Isn't that a kitty?
It's, a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
This is ridiculous. Wowie! Again!
I should press gently. Time to button mash, because I'm a dick.
That's so funny. I want to hear it again.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Like the rest of you just mash the button over and over and over again.
Oh,
The next stop is Shibuya. Shibuya. Doors will open on the left side.
Oh, this is our stop. Well, see you later. Bye-bye.
That was an interesting interaction to have. Gotta pretend that Morgana was a toy with a pull string or voice buttons. So which line do we gotta transfer to? Doesn't look like there are any stations close to that address.
This is the closest station.
What? We gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
Stop your complaining.
It's supposedly a shack, but this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist.
Like what, does Ryuji expect us to have, like, our own private limousine? Or does he really think that Morgana's just gonna change into a truck every time we need to go somewhere?
Looks like the fastest route is to get to the station square and then go to Central Street. Let's move.
Alright. Then, to Station Square it is. And Central Street is... Oh, here we are. We have arrived at Central Street. Okay, so, and there's our exclamation point. Right down there. Very glad that the,
Wait.
Sure, it's this way. I don't remember seeing a house. Well, I'm just following the exclamation point. It's supposed to be in a residential area past Central Street, but we'll have to walk a bit, though, okay? Let's get going. I'm very glad that they've chosen to... Oh.
Shida, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy.
Before we move on, because I'm sensing important plot beats, I was going to say that I'm very glad that they've chosen to include the exclamation points ever since that first... Running around that stupid opening mission, trying to find the damn faculty office or whatever, was insane, because there was no markings of any kind, and there was no exclamation point on the map or anything. It was just a blind race to figure out where the hell we were supposed to go. So, very happy they've decided to include that in all subsequent traveling sequences.
Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human mind doesn't change that easily, let alone their natural temperament.
Are you aware of the concept of a mental breakdown, especially when you're bearing the weight of that much not trauma, sorry, like terror, when you're bearing the weight of all those horrible atrocities that you've committed? I don't. The game's portraying this as some unheard of thing for someone to snap like that, but I'm sorry. I mean, with how much Kamoshida was bearing, with how much horrible things he's done, seems reasonable for him to eventually snap and just have a mental breakdown.
Shujin Academy. Seems doubtful. Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
Is that it?
We're at the right address. The door plate does say Madarame.
You ring the bell.
Me? The walls won't collapse when I do, will they?
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house down, okay?
Who is it? Sensei is currently...
It's Takamaki.
I'll be right out.
People really do live here.
Takamaki-san.
What did you teleport downstairs?
You two are here as well?
Yeah. Is that gonna be a problem?
Hey, sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you.
And you wonder why I don't trust him, because he was overjoyed when An showed up. Then he realized that she wasn't going to be the only person that showed up, and suddenly his demeanor changed significantly. Is
it true Madarame's plagiarizing stuff? He's abusing people too, yeah?
Are you serious?
We read about it on...
Oh, well, in that case, that's not, you don't. Why are we letting Ryuji do the talking for us? Imagine being this guy, imagine being Ryuji and you accuse someone of something like that, and then they go, where is it coming from? And then we say, read it on the internet. And you say it with, like, imagine saying it with that much confidence. Saying, oh, well, it must be true if I read it on the internet, and then just expecting the other person to take you seriously is just... I just let out the most disgruntled sigh in the world. Or they cackle uncontrollably. Also a perfectly valid option, I suppose.
Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse?
Walk me through how you think plagiarism is impossible.
Welcomes pupils into his own home. This is no act of violence, it is charity.
Yeah, guys, come on. He wanted them to come inside his house. He did that. He let them come inside. Why, how could he possibly abuse someone if he lets them come inside? Kamoshida let all the students come into his private room in the back. How could he be abusing them if he just let them come in? Wow, I mean, that was just embarrassing for you. That logic fell apart faster than a chain of monkeys dangling out a window. Points if you get that reference. Anyway, yeah, so that doesn't work. But also, his defense for the abuse is insane. But also, plagiarism? That's impossible. The word exists for a reason, my dude.
And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
Yeah, you want to know who else said something wasn't true? The people who were on the volleyball team for Kamoshida, because they were too afraid to say anything about it. But to be clear, understandably, justifiably too afraid to say anything about it. But they still didn't say anything about it. So once again, your defense of, well, I'm with him, so I would know. It's like, you'd not, buddy. I need you to think about your logic for longer than 5 seconds. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean it should leave your brain. Just because you have a thought up there doesn't mean it needs to go through the process of being converted into words and coming out your mouth. That's fine. You can keep it up there. You don't have to say everything that you think. Because if you do, it leads to crap like this, where you just stop making sense.
You might be lying about
That is utter rubbish. I had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now.
I'm sorry, but if you look, it's an uncharitable assumption to make, admittedly. But if you want to use such brain-dead counter-arguments, you kind of force my hand. Saying that I had no family when he took me in, and now he's all I have, screams, is just like, you have no idea how easy it would be for someone to look at that and think, oh, so Stockholm Syndrome then. It would be so easy for me to do that. Like, buddy, I get that you want to defend him, but this ain't the way to do it. You're doing all the wrong things.
Ridicule the man I owe my life to. You will rue this day.
You're messing with phantom thieves. You're messing with a cat that can turn herself into a car. I don't think you want to, you don't win this battle, my dude.
You really think that?
Yusuke, what's the matter? I heard you yelling.
These people are slandering you with baseless rumors.
Forgive them, Yusuke. They must have heard some bad rumors and came in worried for their friend's safety.
Understood, Sensei.
Well, even I doubt that a cranky old man like myself could be liked by everyone.
That's not what we meant.
I'm sorry to have butt in on your conversation. However, I do have neighbors around. Won't you please keep it down?
You will happily keep it down, but we're not the ones you need to be addressing, because Joker hasn't said anything. On's barely spoken a word. Ryuji has said things with some intensity, but the one who actually screamed out loud and the one who actually drew your attention was your own little golden child right there. So, maybe lay off us, will you, buddy?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
That was discourteous of me. I'm sorry. I know. I think you'll be able to believe in Sensei if you saw that painting.
What? Guys, I can prove that he didn't plagiarize. Just look at the painting. Obvious, that makes sense. This man.
It's his maiden work, as well as his most representative piece. It's titled Sayuri.
Okay, so genuine question here. Like, this is honest, heart-to-heart conversation right now. How do you think this proves or this disproves any of the allegations we've made thus far?
Sayuri?
This was the painting that inspired me to become an artist.
It's so beautiful.
I don't know all this fine art stuff, but even I can tell that this is impressive.
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this.
You're such a creep!
And I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer.
All the red flags are going off right now. Like, this is the signal. This is the red signal. As in, something's gone horribly wrong. time to go, time to leave.
Sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Oh, come on. You're not gonna tell me with a straight face that if Ann showed up alone, you would have absolutely made time for her. Meaning that you could make time and you're just choosing not to because you know you have something to hide. Nice try, buddy. Nice try, buddy.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Remember like 2 minutes ago when he screamed his head off at you for accusing him of things that he utterly failed to disprove? Like, I'm sorry. He's, oh, you'll believe he's not a plagiarizer, nor is he an abuser if you just look at his painting. It's like, this doesn't prove anything.
Maybe the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is a different person.
No.
Man, right when we thought we found a new target, too.
How's the metanav?
Whoa.
Hey, the app.
Was it picking up our conversation?
Let me guess, is there a button to take us to the metaverse now?
This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too.
Yep, there we go.
But why?
Madarame, plagiarism, and then shack, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
For real though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
You mean like how Kamoshida?
If I were a betting man, I'd say it's probably going to be a museum of some kind, because he's an art. Well, I mean, he could be a plagiarizer, so maybe an artist is a bit of a stretch, but he works in the field of art. So if I were a guess, I'd say probably some kind of museum.
That's right. Let's try saying some things. They can be random guesses.
Let's try museum.
Sudden though.
Why don't we start with castle?
I would start with museum.
Then what about prison?
That makes no sense.
Ah, what a pain. Jail, warehouse, and guidance counseling office. Might as well add farm.
You know, throwing out random answers doesn't get you anywhere if the answers that you're throwing out have no basis in anything. Just saying random things doesn't get you anywhere.
Should we come back another time?
A building that's related to artists. If we think from there, what would it be?
Museum. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See, I told you. Nobody believed me. I told you. It was gonna be a museum. Nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. No, you would say things like farm. Oh my God, what?
The nav. You surprised me.
Didn't have much of a choice. I think we just happened to get it right.
What if I hadn't noticed and then wandered off and got caught by an enemy?
Probably would have figured it out once you started walking on two legs.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana?
Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
Forget that. Look! That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out.
Wow, this guy thinks he's really popular.
To the point that it's gaudy. It's a museum, right?
This is Madarame's?
Well, a palace is a world formed by a mind twisted by desire. Remember Kamoshida's castle?
Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. His exhibit was popular, and people already respect him. Why would he fantasize about a museum?
He could want more fame, or he could revel in the fame. He likes dreaming about it. I mean, just because you have something doesn't mean you don't like. I know it sounds dumb to say, but just because you already have something doesn't mean you don't like it. It doesn't mean you stop wanting to have that thing.
You got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or abuse either.
Well, it's because we haven't gone inside yet, Ryuji. You wouldn't be able to tell that Kamoshida's castle was a place of horror and abuse when we just first were outside it either.
Let's try looking around. Racking our brains here won't do us any good.
Right. That aside, ain't a museum a must for Phantom Thieves? Yeah, all those old man's fans were super strong and all.
That has nothing to do with this.
But man, just look at that insane crowd.
Alright, we're going in.
Yes.
It's time we begin our infiltration. Are we gonna have to wait in that gigantic line? I am imagining not. There's a high wall around the building. We'll just have to find our way up over then. In any case, let's get going. Imagine we can climb this thing right here. Yeah, okay. We can climb this up. Like so. Alright, so I'm guessing this is our preliminary infiltration, because what we did with the last one was we had a preliminary infiltration, and then we came back, we waited for a bit, and then we went in to actually begin the infiltration proper. Then we hit a stopping point, came back to the real world, sent the calling card, then went back in and finished the job. I'm guessing it's going to follow a similar structure here. This is really how he thinks of a rundown shack. It's overwhelmingly shiny. It's just not hitting me that this is that old guy's palace. That's why we're here, right? Come on, let's go check it out. Alright. Check it out, we shall. I mean, like this time we don't quite have a we don't quite have a reason to like be passionately against him, unlike we did last time, because Kamoshida was just so obviously evil. Whereas this guy is just like, we don't actually know if he's doing the big bad yet, but we can assume that he is. We don't know for sure. I'm much more concerned about the guy who he's mentoring, the guy that reached his arm out to try to grab on. I'm much more concerned about him than I am about Madarame. Send more guards over here. Just the two of us won't be able to deal with this whole crowd. This is our chance. It looks like the security's focused on the front entrance. It means there'll be less of them elsewhere. Let's go. Alright. Then, security side of the front entrance, we should bypass them headed another way. Alright, guess we're not going that way. Can we go... Does this way take us anywhere? I imagine it probably takes us somewhere. Can we climb this? Yes, we can. Up we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Break this. Tin class. Alright, I'll take that. I just realized we may not have enough infiltration tools. I mean, I hope we do, but don't know for sure if we... Oh, over... I can't go that... Okay, where am I... This appears to be a useless platform. Can I get... I guess we'll just keep going over here. That platform didn't appear to get us anywhere. So we'll just keep on moving up here. Can we drop down to the ceiling? Ah, yep, we can drop in through here, I'm guessing. Skeleton open. I think we can get in here. But it's a pretty far drop. Will we be able to get back out this way? Hey, don't worry, I have a rope. I'm our tool specialist after all. So what's your call, Joker? Want to head inside? Let's do it. Since I know this isn't the proper investigation or infiltration. This is just the preliminary stuff.
How suspicious.
It's quiet in here, almost eerily so. Hey, it's moving. Come on, we're in a palace. That ain't anything to be freaking out over. The palace reflects its ruler's heart. We may want to check these paintings out. Can we go in the paintings? Like Super Mario 64 style? Oh, hey, there's some kind of explanation here. Let me see. It's someone's name and age? What the hell? That can't be the title of the painting, right? Do you think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings, too. I think there might be something important about them. Are they all going to be artists that he's stolen from? I'm curious about the other paintings, too. Oh, in the next room. Okay, I thought you wanted to just check the ones in this room. Hello? I didn't want to hide. I wanted to check the paintings. I didn't want to... Okay, can I check this one, perhaps? Nope. Oh, wait, yep, here we go. We can check this. There we go. The whole floor can't all be portraits, right? Oh, is there one that looks noticeably different? I guess that's none of what we're going for. Hold on. Well, let's... Can we check? They're all very similar portraits.
I can see it.
What's through here? Oh.
Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame's famous for having a variety of art styles, but all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
Natsuhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting of him in here? And more important, why is his name written under it?
You're right. Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
This is quite the mystery. Alright, let's keep looking around for now.
Could be just the paintings of all the people that he's wronged over the years with plagiarism or something like that.
Hey, isn't this a painting of that guy?
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's no mistaking it.
Huh? Wait a second. What do you think these paintings are? I think you're right.
For real? All of them? But it was only Yusuke when we went to his place before.
This must include former pupils as well. Only one remains now. Taking into account what that Nakanohara guy said earlier, things are getting clearer. Alright, let's keep investigating. We need something to further confirm our deductions.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be all the people that he stole content from, or not content, he stole artwork from. There's a thing down there. Don't mind if I do. What I was saying earlier is another stopping point. Some sort of brochure here. Would you find something? We're here to investigate, so we should check everything that catches our attention. Well, I mean, this didn't catch my attention, but now that the game forced me to look at it, it did. Is this a pamphlet? It's getting way too detailed for a freaking palace. Why do you buy... Did you forget the palace we just went through, where there were freaking axes swinging from the ceiling, and the fact that the floor could be manipulated up and down? I don't know that I'd call that... I don't know that I'd call this place more detailed than that one. There's a museum guide on here. Let's take it with us.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, so it's a map. Okay, that's useful.
Nice.
That's a possibility. At the very least, it should be a good reference for the scale of this place. But the map only shows half of the museum. I see. It says it's 1 out of 2. Then the 2 out of 2's got to be around here somewhere, right? Just how big is this place? We can worry about that another time. Right now, our objective is confirming Madarame's cognition. We may have to reconsider our plan depending on what we find. I mean, he's got a palace. Seems pretty sketch to me. Alright, so what I wanted to do was go back around this way and get what's in the chest right here. Because what I was saying earlier is that we may not... I don't know if we'll actually have enough infiltration tools to be alright in here, but I imagine... Because I think this is just going to be our initial infiltration run, not actually... Yeah, okay, we have 4 lockpicks. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with 4 lockpicks. For the initial infiltration run, I think we'll be just fine.
Oh.
This beauty looks like it's just my size. This is mine now, right? Sure.
Yep.
Why not? Okay, let's go up the stairs. Oh, never mind. This place is blocked off. I'm not going that way. Can I grapple anywhere? I do have my grappling hook, right? It appears like I cannot grapple anywhere, so let's go through here instead. See where this takes us. Takes us to, circle the room with another door up here. Also this, oh wow, oh, that's weird. The mural's alive as like the other paintings, okay? Let's,
Joker.
check around this room a little. Okay, fine. Guessing this is what you wanted me to see.
Look at this.
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives.
Yep, okay, so that's what I thought.
Do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Damn it, what a phony geezer.
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's stealing the ideas from talented students in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not...
He's treating them like slaves or tools.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
Like I said, it could be Stockholm Syndrome, or it could be that he does have a reason to cover it up that we just aren't privy to yet.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still.
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display, but Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
What's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
Yeah, because that went so well the first time we tried to do that.
Confirm
Idiot.
What, though?
It means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet.
You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun. I might be able to get the truth out of him if I accept his modeling offer.
Wait, you're gonna do that?
You all better come with me, okay? I'm scared to go alone.
I completely concur with that idea. I don't trust him. I don't trust him to be respectful in any discernible way. If he were to be alone with you.
Famous honest, renowned artist.
We will absolutely accompany you when you go to do modeling for him.
We'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
I don't think we're any more real Phantom Thieves than we were earlier because the public doesn't really think we exist. So, I still would qualify this as our second mission. All right, so yeah. So that's what I figured it was gonna be. It was just a short little infiltration to kind of get the basics of what we were doing and see if Madarame was even worth going after, which he is, of course. So they want to get proof out of freaking of the guy, but I don't think that's gonna get us anywhere. I really don't. He's just not. I mean, I guess if On bats her eyes a bit, we might get something, but I still don't know. It's gonna be a long shot. Reason why Yusuke is hiding the truth, huh? Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? I'm not so sure anymore. What do you bring this up for? According to him, Madarame isn't a problem. Something wrong? I mean, I know Madarame's a bad person, but still, maybe I'm so hesitant because I haven't actually met any of his victims. I guess that part's totally different from what happened with Kamoshida. Might be an extreme line of thinking, but if an evil person isn't causing any trouble now, is really a point in us stepping in. I don't. Just because he isn't doing anything right now doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be punished for what he did in the past. And I don't, because like the victims that Kamoshida abused before we stepped in, I'm sure still felt the relief lifted off their shoulders that the person who either physically, sexually, or verbally abused them is finally getting his just desserts. I'm sure that it was still a relief to them, even if it happened far in the past. Like, I don't buy the line of logic that, well, he's not hurting anyone right now, so what can we do? Because that's like saying, oh, well, he killed someone, but he did it in the past, so he's not hurting anyone right now, so what can we do? That's a moronic line of thinking. Like, no, we're stepping in. This is our job. So we're gonna let Yusuke decide if Madarame's worth going after or not. I don't know, if it were me, I'd never forgive him. I guess this. I guess we can talk some more about this after that. Okay, let's meet in Shibuya after school tomorrow. Alright, and with that, I think we're gonna call things off right here. Seems like a good stopping point, and I imagine that tomorrow we're gonna get into the thick of things. We're gonna start to dive a little deeper into the story of Madarame with talking to Yusuke. We might start the palace infiltration. I doubt it. I guess I'm thinking it'll probably be a few more days before we get the chance to start. And then even beyond getting the chance started, we'll have to actually... I'm not going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do it right away. I'll probably... I mean, it depends on how close the deadline is. But I probably, just like we did last time, I probably won't dive right into the palace infiltration right away. I'll probably take some time to prepare first and just, spend time with people. So we'll see how it goes. But I imagine that next time, if nothing else, we're going to start to get some more juicy details about what's really going on with Madarame. Even though I think we still could go right now, but it's whatever. Anyway, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Royal. Goodbye.
We'll be right back.